2014. I remember it like it was just 4 years ago. But do you remember it? Answer these 5 questions from Jordan Zeilinger and the Wreck My podcast. This is Trivia with Buds. And welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast, the only podcast that's about trivia that comes out every single day. I don't know if that's true, but I can't imagine there's too many. Thanks for checking out this show. Thanks for downloading, subscribing, and sharing it with a friend. It comes out every day, and there are new episodes and fun topics to check out in the feed. We've done over 100 full-length episodes and a couple dozen mini episodes, and now we're into a day-by-day format. Sometimes the episodes are real short, like 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes they're a little bit longer, and in the old style where I have 2 friends battling. One of those is coming up right around the corner. And sometimes it's me on location somewhere chatting with a trivia player or a friend of mine who has some questions for me to answer. And that's what's going on today. This episode's all about the year 2014. 5 quick questions from my buddy Jordan Zeilinger, who you can go back and listen to on a past episode of this show, doing some trivia about craft beer with his wife, Madison Zeilinger, and she does trivia about Greece. So that one's called Greece versus Craft Beer. It's a fun one, and we hear all about Madison's dad, who does some great designing for like the packaging for products like the barrel packaging for the complete series of Breaking Bad he did. So if you want to hear more about that kind of stuff, go back and listen to that episode. Otherwise, we got 5 questions for you on 2014. I was looking at like a timeline of that year to see what I maybe don't remember happened in 2014. That was the year where they had the awards show selfie that Ellen took with like Bradley Cooper or whatever, and all those crazy stars got in it, and that crashed the internet or something. That happened. I'm looking at a blog. Frozen, Let It Go. That was a big thing in 2014. Kim Kardashian got married to Kanye. I guess that was a thing. Let's see here. We had the unfortunate death of Philip Seymour Hoffman, one of my favorite actors ever, especially in Boogie Nights. We had Amazing Spider-Man 2. That should not even be on here, especially after Philip Seymour Hoffman. Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out that year. The finale of How I Met Your Mother, which I never actually watched. I got to go back and watch that. A lot of people love that show, but a lot of people hated that finale. And Guardians of the Galaxy came out. That was a big thing, especially because we got to meet Groot for the first time, along with Rocket Raccoon and the whole gang. So that was a quick timeline of 2014. We're going to dive into these questions recorded live at Pocock Brewing Company in Santa Clarita, California, with me and my good friend Jordan. Don't forget to check out his podcast called Wreck My Podcast. They do a lot of great nostalgia and pop culture talk. If you like this show, you will love Jordan's show. Let's dive into his questions and a chat with him right now. Here we go. Sitting here at Pocock Brewing Company in Santa Clarita, California with my good friend Jordan Zeilinger. What's up, Jordan?
Hi.
We call you Jay-Z. Those are your initials. And you have a podcast called Wreck My Podcast.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what that is.
So it started out with an idea to kind of like wreck our perception of things. And now it's just whatever I want to talk about. So we kind of do fun pop culture stuff. So if you like pop culture, you'll probably like it, and if you like hearing me stumble over words and making lame dad jokes, that's fun too.
And you're not even a dad yet.
I'm not even a dad. I've been training for this my whole life.
There you go. You've done episodes on things like Are You Afraid of the Dark and the Marvel universe.
Yeah, you were on the Marvel one.
That was a fun one.
We realized that we don't know as much about Marvel movies as we thought.
And nor do I.
Yes.
And now we got 5 questions from you. You said you had 5 random questions for me.
I do.
And are they of a certain theme?
So kind of. I wanted to do 1980s because I know that you love the 1980s.
My favorite.
But you just did a podcast on that.
Sure.
So I decided to go the year 2014. Because I figured it's kind of close, so you'd think you know everything, but it's just far enough away that maybe you won't.
Of course. 2014, I will tell you this, my daughter was born.
And I thought that too. I didn't want to say it out of place, but I was like, I think that was a big year for you.
That is all I got.
Maybe you missed a lot of this because of that.
All right.
So let's see. We'll start off with the first one. It's kind of a softball.
Let's do it.
An album by what band was preloaded on all iPhone 6s in 2014?
That was only 14? I see. I would have thought that was like 2012, but that was U2, the songs of not experience, but songs of inexperience, sadness. No, U2, Songs
Well, I was
of
just looking for
something.
the band.
Oh,
So you
U2.
got it, but it was Songs of Innocence.
Innocence,
Yes, there you
that's
go.
it, got it.
So U2, you got that one right. So ding. Next question.
Real quick, I thought that was a good move, but it shouldn't have been, hey, it's on your phone. It should have been, hey, if you have an iPhone, it's free.
Yeah,
That
give
would have been
them
great.
the choice.
And then people are like, oh, I got a free U2 album. I'm going to download that because I have an iPhone instead of an Android. But then they were just like, it's already on there. And they like, you know,
I think it was
did their
pretty
U2.
presumptuous.
Yeah,
That they're
it's a
like,
little-
everyone loves Bono. So
I
we'll
like
start.
U2, and I still
Yeah.
thought it was like, ugh.
My
That
dad-
album's no bueno.
Well, my dad loves U2, and he was still like, how do you get this off of here?
Sure.
So,
All dads, by
Yeah.
the way, love U2.
oh, yeah.
Sure. We move in mysterious ways.
Okay, then. I'll take that as a U2 reference. Who performed via hologram at the 2014 Billboard Music Awards?
Tupac. Nope. The other one.
You can't take my
There was
you can't
another
do a facial
well,
expression.
you gave me a face that said no, but Tupac has been a hologram
He
at some
has
point.
been, yes.
That's probably Coachella or some shit.
It was, I believe.
Okay,
Coachella.
so this hologram at 2014,
Yes, Billboard,
Billboard Music
The one in
Awards.
Las Vegas.
he's dead.
He's dead. Was dead in 2014.
He's dead
Still
in
is dead today.
Still dead today.
Yes, they have not revived him yet.
2014, and they're dead.
Hopefully they will revive him in the future.
God dang, I don't. If it's not Tupac, I have no idea. If it's not Tupac, I have no idea.
It's like my abs, a 2-pack.
Aye.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
I'm very underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed.
Yeah.
You didn't like.
It's like that's the one. Yeah.
You didn't like
guess.
old Mike on the 2014 Billboard Music Awards?
I was confusing that with Tupac, and then also confusing a. They were gonna do a hologram of Prince at the Super
yes.
Bowl with JT, but then they canceled last minute, and they did like a weird kind of hologram for a
Yeah.
second for Purple Rain.
Well,
Yes.
I will say this. I thought it was Tupac also. I'm like, I'm going to ask this question. I looked up, I'm like, oh, it's Michael Jackson.
Ah!
So I was wrong as well.
One
So,
for one.
Who won the award for Best Actress at the 2014 Oscars? I'll give you some
The
multiple choice
answer
here.
was Tupac.
So it's either Kate
Next
Blanchett,
question,
Amy Adams,
Jordan.
Meryl Streep,
Next question.
Jennifer Lawrence.
All right, what was it? 2014.
2014 Oscars Best Actress.
Ugh.
Kate Blanchett, Amy Adams, Meryl Streep, Jennifer Lawrence.
Ugh. Okay, I don't think it was Meryl Streep. I don't think it was Jennifer Lawrence. American Hustle she won for, but I don't know if that was 2014. What were the other two?
Kate Blanchett and Amy Adams.
Oh, Kate Blanchett won for the drunk movie.
There you go. Yep,
Yes.
Kate Blanchett.
That's right.
Two more.
What was that called? I drink, I'm Kate Blanchett.
I don't know because I didn't actually know this question. I had to look it up. I drink. I'm Kate Blanchett. That's what she's supposed to-
Documentary.
I Kate Blanchett. So, what TV show ended after 9 years on March 31st?
iCarly.
2014 with a very divisive finale.
How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, How I
Yes.
Met Your Mother.
Yeah, dog. I never saw it. I watched.
You just were on it.
Yeah, I was, well, I was on it, and then I never finished it. Yeah, I watched the first 3 episodes of the last season, where the whole thing's at the wedding.
Yeah.
And then I lost interest.
Yeah, I have a weird OCD where if I start a show, I have to finish it, even if it's hot
Sure.
garbage. So I kind of made it to the end.
Have you seen that show, Hot Garbage?
No, is there a
good
show
show.
hot garbage? I'd probably love
Yeah.
it. That's my life.
It's about the guy who does that Worst Jobs show.
Mike Rowe.
Yeah, it's called Hot Garbage with Mike Rowe.
And he just throws around garbage that's on fire.
That's right.
So what was the highest worldwide grossing film of 2014? I'll give you some answers here.
Okay.
It's either Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yes.
X-Men Days of Future Past,
Yes.
Captain America Winter Soldier,
Yes.
or Transformers Age of Extinction.
Captain America Winter Soldier.
Wrong. You can take another guess.
Not Transformers. Oh, no, that must mean it's it.
I have terrible facial expressions.
Is that it?
So worldwide, Transformers made over $1 billion.
I hate it.
And
I
it was
hate
the top grossing worldwide film of 2014,
They
which
love
is
it.
terrible.
They love it
But
worldwide.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for you. I don't
Those
know
were good
which-
questions. I
you
only
did
got
half.
2.
You got 2.5 right, so you got 50%.
And let's go back. Tupac was not the answer to any of them.
No.
Also, his name is not pronounced Tupac.
Tupac, no.
When I talk real
Tupac
quick,
Mac.
it's real Chicago-y. Hey, where's that Tupac? If I say roof while I'm talking quick, it's always rough. But when I break it down and people are like, why are you saying rough? I'm like, I'm not saying rough. But then when I talk quick, it's rough, 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 rough. Sound like a dog.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
there you go.
There you go. Well, this was a fun podcast, Jordan.
Yeah,
Thanks
right?
for informing me of all kinds of things.
Of course, of 2014.
2014.
Yeah, random but fun.
Beautiful daughter was born, and that's all I remember for sure.
There you go. That's all
And I
you
think
need to
she
know.
may be mine. Jordan, where can people find you and your fun podcast?
So people can find me personally at BS and Craft Beer. I post some things about working out, about drinking beer.
BS stand for bullshit?
No, it stands for Blood, Sweat, and Craft Beer. Blood for wrestling, because I love pro wrestling. Sweat for working out. Craft beer for craft beer.
Sure.
And then Wreck My Podcast, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Wreck My Podcast. You have been on it, and hopefully we'll have you on again soon. And like I said, we just talk about random crap.
Very good. Next week's episode all about Tupac.
There you
Thanks
go,
for
Tupac.
hanging out, Jordan.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Boom. There we go. 5 questions on 2014 with Jordan Zeilinger from the Wreck My Podcast. Jordan, thanks for sitting down with me and asking me those questions. I know you listen to this show, so shout out to you and all the hard work you're putting in to branding yourself with BS and craft beer. If you guys like BS as well as craft beer, head on over to Instagram.com/BS and craft beer. You can see Jordan's blog from there. You can see all the pictures he takes of all the crazy beers he tries and a bunch of fun stuff about wrestling and pop culture and music and things. So go check out that as soon as you can. We'll be doing more episodes like this where I sit down with random friends and trivia players and people who want to try and grill me. And as you know, I'm not the best at trivia for being a trivia host. I always tend to do not so good on these types of questions. You would think I'd do better, but I only know the stuff that I know, if that makes sense. Thanks for listening to this show. If you want to support it, go to patreon.com/trivia with buds. It comes out every single day because of Patreon subscribers like Alexis Eck. That's who I'm going to highlight today. There are about a dozen others, and I thank you guys so much. Alexis Eck, she jumped in from the very beginning, all the way from Oklahoma, and she said, hey, how can I help make this show bigger and better? And she actually sent me an email with those words in it, more or less. And I said, Alexis, I'm just about to start this Patreon page, and you will be the first person I send the link to. So thank you so much, Alexis. Thank you for the whole squad over on Patreon for loving this show and telling friends about it and playing along and sending me pictures of your score sheets. That is always appreciated. And if you are somebody who writes down the answers to this show and you're a Patreon subscriber, get excited. There might be something coming your way very soon to help you do that in a more concise way. Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. And we'll see you tomorrow for more Trivia with Buds. Cheers.